competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington.
These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 33-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 50-yard line.
This is Mostert. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
25. Look, guys, 4 down. Alert. Slam. No. Off.
On first down, Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
21. Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And the Niners move the chains as Garoppolo hooks up with Taylor.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the
throwing on 2nd down, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And down right around the 37. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards. And a 49er first down.
Mostert fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Let's go, come on!
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Under 10, 10. Hey, good job right there, 25. Deuce.
They go play action with Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 24, check 24. Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up. 25, check 25, check 25. Check, lucky.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
DK Metcalf, 39 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something, when you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Jordan Brooks with it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson, and they'll get him down right about the 20.
Chris Carson, the ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
On the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 49ers' 20-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Wilson escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
14.
From the gun, Wilson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. 57's Mike. Mike 57. You don't want that, baby. You don't want that. Fuck that. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Kill. Shit, son.
Here's Carson. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half.
2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo, the tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Garoppolo again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
25. Check, Mike 57, Mike 57.
After the interception, here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, throwing back across his body. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski-Tart. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
13. White. 54 Mike. 21. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He's going up top for Taylor. And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
To kick off for San Francisco.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D. Ford just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Tighten up. Check 52.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jason Barrett. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
It's a pickup.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers.
The ball carrier.
Raheem Mostert, 47 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Second and 10 now. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 34-yard line.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Mostert. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7.
7-yard pickup.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They hand it off to Mostert. About 3 yards there to the 27.
The ball carrier.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Back now in Seattle, Washington.
It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They run again with Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Here we go. Check it out. 0. Tempo.
On 1st down, it's Carson, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The former 3rd overall pick, Solomon Thomas, with a high motor that time, and the tackle for loss. On 2nd down, it's Carson, and this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Going the other way.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on 1st down. Carson, able to avoid him. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now it's Wilson. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on...
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 47 yards. And the 49ers get a score closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
49ers.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Wilson wants to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And now here is another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. So the victory here for Seattle, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, the football away.